ça veut dire son gros monde. Ça veut dire son monde qui peut dormir, qui peut vivre, etc. Mais, bienvenue sur Chanel. Nous avons un tweet là, nous avons un tweet là, nous avons fait répondre à un tweet là. Mais pas faute maintenant, chaque fois, je me dis, je ne vais pas écrire, m'écrit. Je crois que Dimitri Vob a fait un autre débat, même par contre pour qui ça m'a suivi. Parce que des fois, on est sur Twitter avec un monde. Et pas où on n'a pas là avec lui, on va tout sentir qu'il y a un débat. C'est ça que je dis. Même ça, c'est chaque samedi, on ne pas faire un petit plaisir, non? Parce que samedi, il va belle. À moins que nous tombons de account ou bien que l'autre monde qui font account. Mais c'est qui là n'a pas nous gourmet une à l'autre n'a mis tête. Comme celle n'est éclairée contre politique. Et là, je viens faire un ennemi. Je ne veux pas faire un ennemi. Je ne peux pas demander, monsieur, les qui ça nous suspend gourmet. Moi, je dis, monsieur, oui. Maman, frère, sœur, mari ou madame ou ami que ou remen. N'oubliez l'amour. L'amour national là vient tourner. L'amour national que éducation jésuite catholique dans curriculum pédagogie science pour éduquer Simone pour Simone on demandé réparation pour violation volontaire. Mais moi, nous, ça va passer. Et là, je vais ça. Comment on peut penser qu'à comprendre? Et je ne vais pas écrire, je ne vais pas jouer, et ça va faire pendant la auto à regarder. Est-ce que nous avons dit ça gagne un feuilleton, tout vieux grand monde qu'on a en Haïti, etc. Dimitri, votre président Jovenel, journée samedi, nous relancé le travail. Asphaltage, ponçon Carrefour, Joff, Gourmand. Bon, Jovenel mourit, il continue de travailler. C'est-à-dire, Jovenel pas de jamais diriger le pays. Usine asphalte peuple là qui instable dans laquelle gros monde a pompé asphalte. Ça veut dire, est-ce que Jovenel va jamais président? Comment Jovenel fait mourir et puis il a marché la pompe asphalte? Qui est-ce qui a géré? Donc ça aussi des bagages, venons ces gens drôles sur eux. Je ne porter attention à ça, Dimitri a dit non, mais moi je viens pas être coup. Je connais, je sais qu'il doit aimer le pays tout, mais je ne vais pas monsieur oublier. Et puis, la majorité de gens qui suivent monsieur va gagner niveau tout, et il va continuer à répondre monsieur sur ça là. Sentiment appartenance là en 1860 concordat avec 1984 convention Holissi condamné douane pour nous monde et libre ou d'accord? Article 40 dans Constitution demande que citoyens haïtiens gain droit à information qui dans traité édicte décret loi ak accord tout média Haïti violé article 40 là pour qui est peuple pali le moniteur faut nous mettre Dimitri Otijab. On va pas dire Dimitri à la l'aise là c'est pour nèg gen grand nan monde pour baptiser un pays pour baptiser un téléco faut gen nèg qui forme pour ça puis on va donner peña cap PD faire ça on nèg fort faut pas nèg respect papa nèg fort pas venir dire nèg pas fort nèg fort nèg kon fait bail dans pays là, on cherche sur Facebook pour me ouais, bien. Comment est-ce que nous-mêmes capteurs de mieux là, pendant qu'on a regardé sur page? Faut qu'on ait, pendant qu'on a écrit Dimitri là, papa, mets-toi à témoin, papa. Et pour moi, mais des nègres n'y va, non, juste besoin si qu'elle c'est m'a poussé la limite li. Et Dimitri toujours montre nous, lui, mais pep bail, que des questions faut nous demander de Dimitri. Je mettre le temps qu'on est pep pour toujours bail, mais c'est quel objectif. Que des questions faut nous demander de Dimitri. Mais j'espère qu'on va écrire très bien ça même, parce que c'est quel objectif. Que des questions faut nous demander. Non bon. Mais j'espère qu'on va écrire très bien, il va pas virer le sideways. Et là, c'est avec Dimitri n'a pas toqué comme nous, là, n'a demandé Dimitri qui est qui elle. N'a cherché tout bail li poster. Moi bien 40 followers. N'a demandé le clair. Dimitri dit qu'il est n'a suspendre gourmet entre nous. Et la juridiction nationale dans article 3 maman loi pays mettez tout haïtien frais femme ou garçon et puis tout et puis moun pa plus parce moun nanje la loi. Ou pensez c'est connaît moun yo pas connaît ou bien ça connaît yo trahi. Lem vin connaît que pour par là a fait merger and acquisition pour dépouiller pays de tout bien liyo. Y a privatisé les nous gen document en bas Goa qui montre que foreign asset control c'est milatio li te bay embargo. Jodi a nous dormi dans même cabane. Contre qui est? Nous dormi dans même cabane contre peuple là. Nous gen document yo. Lem li la feuille, moi gen preuve que moun kap pran pause remen Haïti c'est traite, c'est intérêt pa yo. Trust pays Haïti déclaré héritier li. M'kon qui est moyen mouais tout agent ak tout traite l'aime camper dans juridiction nationale là. M'a gardé juridiction privée k'ap fait complot ak propagande. M'passe m'pa bal trop. M'pa vle m'se passe m'nan gay avel. M'se talè fayou, m'se son graduate fayou. Bon bagay. Bon bagay. En tout cas, moi répondre monsieur. Bon, c'est pas pour répondre parce que tout ça va dire me menti. Si me te va permettre lui dis-moi comme ça qu'il remet le pays, il va pas dire ça. You know? Dis-moi te va dire comme ça qu'il remet le pays. Now, comme c'est live moi, et ma chaîne moi, nous allons changer bagay là. If you are listening to me now, I have a good news for you. Are you someone struggling with pain, headache, or all kind of stuff blocking you from a lot of things? I believe me and you, we should talk. Like for real, for real. I do believe me and you, we should talk. Let me pull it this for you just for a second. First of all, I have to tell you. Well, right now, if you believe in destiny and if you believe that, if you do believe in things, I'm not a believer, but people use belief all the time. Let me pull one of the records from the Niagara Falls Reporter so you have an idea. Fame Haitian singer to visit the fall. Now, if you go back, you're going to see I'm a number one in a lot of things. An advocate for artists' rights. Someone pushing and telling the truth about the structure, how the music business in Haiti is polarized, controlled. There's no much thing for an artist to make money. The radio profit over us. So I am an advocate for a long time internationally fighting for music. And I don't not only do music, I do work, philanthropy. I help people, the less fortunate, to create their businesses. Until this day, I am supporting that culture because of who I am now. You just have to click Fame Haitian Singer to visit the fall, and it's on the Niagara Falls Reporter. This is co-shown by Frank Parlato. Frank Parlato, you know. I was invited by Frank Parlato, the publisher of the Niagara Falls Reporter, and also a businessman that was interested to do business with me in terms of music, works with the late Pete Bennett. Pete Bennett, who write the beach royal for the Beatles. You see, he worked with the late Pete Bennett. Like if you guys work with the late Pete Bennett and wrote the beach royal for the Beatles, so this is a certified guy right there. That's a heavy pen. So just for you to have an idea of who I am now. Besides of that, I got gifts and talents. If you want to know what gifts and talents are, if you're right now with me, you're supposed to feel a little, goosebump, a little energy from me. Now, this is why we're going to dive deep into this, Let's try to explain who I am first. Before I get into much work for a while, working with the community by creating jobs and etc. I am passionate about spirituality. When I was younger, I struggled a lot. This is when I realized people around me are not the same as me. I listen to voices, things are calling me, words are saving my life. I grew up in Haiti, so from school to the house and to the house and school, I usually, cross a dead body, couple of weeks, once in a month, once in a while. So there is always war between school and house and school. And I can tell you, I was not like the other kid. It took me a little while to understand that, though. Because when you are unique and special, you're not going to realize it. And nobody's going to tell you. You will have to figure out yourself. My only way is to wait and listen, My father got assassinated when I was 14. And at a young age, I started to deal with things,
Messy.
And these are the
Hey,
businesses
n'a commencé.
that we have created, because I know my people are totally in the darkness, so they don't understand. So I educate, I change, and I promote. This is me right there. This is when I used to be fat. This is when I used to be fat. And, we make a lot of research. I realized I didn't know much in life, so I started to get passionate about knowing. And this is when I'm gonna start, pay attention to things around me. Well, it's an era. I have documentary that can shock you,
This is about to blow your mind. Check this out.
Kemet.
Did you know that the word myrrh, when translated from Kemetic to English, means more?
The English more.
Did you know that the word love, when translated to Latin, means amor,
which is more,
a secret or illicit love affair, or lover?
I started to
Origin.
understand.
Middle English, originally in the sense love, affection.
So
Via Old French from Latin, amor, love. The current
certain knowledge that I have are not welcome in a place where government love to keep people in check, because the government are in check by the government supreme, and the highest government is information, and we know who control information. Whoever is closer to God is the one running the game, and they don't want you to know God and to declare that you are free. Now, this is what we're gonna do today. Too much politics, we're gonna get into God level, but of course God does politics. Now, what you're seeing right now, this is the complete connection chakra. This is the connection between life to life. I'm gonna tell you what I have understood and encountered, but doesn't mean what I am saying need to be your truth. There is polarities in life, but polarities is just the same energy on a different dimension. Now, if you understand dimension, there is a one dimension every degree, but you get a full, complete dimension when you get on 90 degrees. Now, when you look on the top, you're going to see that there is 3 sets of chakra. There is 7 chakra under your feet, which is the negative kundalini. That is how it is called, but it's not negative at all. The more downward you are, the more grounded, the more higher self you are. You see, when people are getting spirit, they don't get spirit from the air. If you see people getting possessed with spirit, it comes from the floor. Again, if you see someone around you being possessed, watch the big toes. They're going to be pressing on the floor because the energy is coming from the floor. I've made some research and I've seen some people, getting spirit and the lower and everything. It's coming from the floor. So as above, so below means under your feet is the sky. Under your feet is the sky. Do you know that you can wake up and clean your room by bending your back to touch the floor? You making a judgment? You taking the shape of Nuit. Nuit is the Wayal Ark, which is the ark, the firmament. Well, I am able to help you heal. I am someone that has a lot of pain. I was betrayed by wives, manipulated out of money, manipulated out of my house, like my entire life. I am a clever guy, but I am a smart guy, I believe I am a genius. But I don't use my mind to get people out their money or for little things. You see, your mind can be beyond material. People use their mind to survive. For food, they are scared, they want a house, so they use a man. I won't do that. There's certain things I would not do in life to survive. I am not able to do. Some people are able to eat shit, to lie, to do things, and then to betray, to act like these are their karma. You see, karma is not something that's gonna happen. Karma is a decision. If I put my hands on the fire right now, my decision is my karma. So you see, everybody is entitled to fight for their own karma. If someone slapped me on my face, if I allow them, that's my karma. It's either I run fast for my life or I stand and fight. Someone really intelligent in the past changed all the meaning of the words. Because with words, you can find your way. With words, you can find the light. So someone has to change the meaning of every word. It takes the north, it put it on up, while the magnetic north is on the floor under your feet. It takes the south, it put it on the feet, but the south is upward. They twist reality left and right, colors. Men used to wear dress. Wearing a dress was a masculine thing. And you see people being confused right now because dress means sex. No. A dress was a masculine thing. Genghis Khan and the warriors come up with a baggy feet. If you see the little Chinese, their pants are bigger than their body because a pants can stop your movement. The way you wear your pants show that if you were a soldier or a kid. And what you see right now, this is a man. That was not a skirt. That was a uniform for warriors. You see, a skirt before didn't identify who's man and who's not. You see, I'm going to show you how nature identifies men and women. Let me show you. We're going to get into an image. And I want you to watch that image really quick. What you're seeing right now, this is God, the Elohim, showing us the way. There's always a generation of bees. But every generation not born the same. There is always one bee. That bee has a shape. That bee is sending a signal. And that signal, it is love for all the bees. Without a words, all the bees decide that they're not going to have children. They're just going to allow the queen to have the kids because she is the one. So everybody is going to work for the queen. Where is that covenant is coming from? Why all the bees don't push that other bee, that fat bee, that big bee? Why don't you go to work? Go feed yourself. Interesting. And you can go among 1,000 bees. And you can go among 1,000 bees. You will see the one bee who is the queen. All right? See the difference. Who do you think runs the family? Why they put the queen to the left side of the king. A lot of you men believe that when you're walking, you put your woman on the right side. Yes, there is a woman to put on the right side. Yes, there is a woman you need to put on the right side, because there is a woman you have to protect, because some other woman will get to her. That's why Moors are taught by education to never walk with a woman on your right side. You see, there's 3 types of women. And they can create a variety of type of man. When the man is walking and putting the woman next to her on her left side, without bonding, without giving hands, that man is telling society that the woman on her left is my highest principle, my moral, and she is someone with morals, someone that I can trust, someone that is a good-hearted person, someone that represents Potomitan or the Matria. That's why a woman walking on your left, when you put a woman walking on your right, that's your sister. That's your brother. That's your playmate. The relationship that you have with someone walking on your right, that's your playmate. That's your brother. There is no hierarchy. But right now, what you're watching right now, there is an hierarchy. The queen is on the top. Let me show you. What do you see? Who do you think is the soldier? Because everybody loves the king, they love the king. But who you think is the soldier? If you see a lion trying to feed itself, because I see that they're showing you that picture a lot, it's because that lion is about to die. Whenever you see a lion searching for food, it's a lion without a wife, without a family, without anything, and that lion is gonna die soon. Gonna be attacked by other lion because it doesn't have a crew. The lion doesn't fetch for food. Interesting, right? The lioness does. The family is run by the lioness. They stick with the babies. And after that, once they have babies, they don't want to have any kids anymore. They just mentally stop their menstruation. They're just following till the curb, they call it the curb, gets to maturity. If you see a lion eating or chasing, it's because it's a young lion that has to grow without a team, without a father, and that has to grow with other lions to survive. Because in the jungle, it's the survival of the fittest. And the family is the queen. Interesting. Nobody told you that, right? And if we said that, we want to understand the queen lion hunting. You're going to understand a lot when you search for hunting pictures. You know? You see? She is the better fighter. She is the better warrior. She is the one who has the potential to feed, to attract, you know? Because the lion is only, you know, and everybody knows that, my friend. Now, who you want to be. So when you realize that everything around you is inverted, the male is inverted, the female is inverted, the lion, the bee. So you realize that the universe is sending a signal. Do you see the queen? Why? There is one queen. I'm going to show you. There is more. Wait, I'm going to show you. This is a signal. The queen is a signal. Everything is a signal. You're going to see that in society we have an alpha male. A man that behaved with full confidence. A man that can shut their mouth and not saying shit. Or a man that can decide to talk even though people are trying to make fun of him. Or even though, less fortunate, they don't understand him. That person is living with a purpose. Either way is a dangerous man because it's a man with a free will. That's what an alpha man is. It's not the power, it's the freedom. That makes him courageous because he has the knowledge. He's persistent. He never gave up. Only bed sleep. Chair, don't sit. You have many time to dream, to sleep when you're dead. And you see that he has self-respect because that's why he is an alpha. Alpha know boundaries. They know when they are on their right, they know when they are not on their territory, and they know when to conquer. Because when you see an alpha person, always move with respect because they don't want you to disrespect them because they will fuck you up. They know who they are. But do you know who you are? They attract challenges. The alpha male don't behave the same way just like the other males speak emotionally. Just like the queen bee sends a signal, the alpha male cannot hide that he's an alpha male. There is a pure sense of innocence in the alpha male. He can switch to innocence, to baby, to devil. You see, the alpha male, you recognize it just like you recognize the queen bee. Because the alpha male has a behavior. They don't talk just like the others. They are lonely wolf. Just like Dessalines. This guy don't sleep. The alpha male is a different breed. When he speaks, his mind is alpha, his signal, his body language. He makes everybody feel small when he's around. Intelligently. Even though he sometimes might be a small behavior. Because most of the big kings, Bonaparte was a small guy. It's not about the body, physical language. It's about the heart. Nowadays they call them pussy niggas. Acting like female. And when they do that, they generate hatred. They show weakness. The alpha is the one controlling. Not because he's giving orders. He is the alpha. He can only be defeated. That is how the alpha speaks. You better listen. The alpha speak life and death, so others can grow. Just like the lion, the alpha has to be dead alive. The alpha has to be killed by a new generation. This is the only transition of power. Also, the lion has to be eaten alive. Every lion will be eaten alive by the new king. That's the rule of nature. The old king has to die from the hand of the new king for everybody to see. And that's how the alpha speaks. It's a different breed of man. When he speaks, you have to listen. Other than that, he will make you listen. That's the rule of the jungle. It's either you listen or you are defeating my authority. And this is where, my friend, we need to have a talk. You see, the rule of natures are simple. Don't fuck with me, and I won't fuck with you. Nature is not complicated. This is my territory. You see? It's not biting. It's just reminding you. Remember who the fuck I am. And that's a signal. The alpha is never friendly. He's not the type of dude who have friends, who want to be friendly with people. I don't need that. The alpha only deal with women. Lots of women. Because the alpha gets all the pussies. That's the law of nature. He eats first. He fucks first. By any means necessary. He controls everybody's behavior. And the alpha is a language. Not a voice, not a tone, not a skirt, not a shape. It's a heart. A heartbeat. Facing danger or not. That's why Dessalines in the Constitution demanded, give me a soldier. Of course, the alpha is a frequency. You identify the alpha by its speaking, its voice, its signal, its command, its posture, its calmness. The alpha is always the last to move because his move is the decision. His move is the karma. Now, from the Asian people, where are the alphas? Someone is putting all the alpha against one another. Someone is giving both alphas gangs, guns, and then pushing them at once against the other. It's someone that knows sociology, that knows the basic functionality of society. If I feed the gangs weapon, they will eventually turn to each other because alpha is a signal, is a power. And the more power you feel you have, the more territory you want. It's simple math. If you have a knife, you will think twice to attack someone with a gun. If you have a gun now, you feel that you're not going to attack that person, but you're not going to take bullshit from that person either because you got a gun too. But that person has one gun. When you have two guns, you feel a little superior now because you feel like you have a gun and you have two guns and they only have one. And you have another person with you, so you know that you have strategy, you are more confident, and you are intent to attack. You see, guys, I don't want you to hate the United States. Power is natural. Ownership, power is natural. You don't have to exercise power because you don't have it. That's why I see you guys, being with the wrong woman for the tax money. Right? When you have power, power is to be exercised. If you're always praying, it's because you don't have any power. And you know it, and you decide to be chicken. Because power has to be exercised. Power has to be demonstrated. It's either you have power or you don't. Don't let people fool you saying that money is bad. Money is good. Money has power. Money make people that claim to be from Jesus to life for medicine. Money make people go against their moral. When they're next to you, they say, oh man, that gay shit, man, that pussy. And their best friend who's giving them stuff, who the person they want to be friends with, is everything against that their moral. But for money, they will betray their own moral. So money has power. So we have to understand the levels of power. There's physical power, safety, belonging, self-esteem. You see, your confidence is power. Learning, knowledge is power. Aesthetic is power. Self-actualization is power. Transcendence is power. There is a lot of power in reading, audiovisual, demonstration, discussion group help you grow your power. Practice by doing or writing is power. Teaching others what you know, immediate use of power. So power is knowledge. The pyramid of power shows God at the top. God means generator, which is the woman, operator, which is the woman, and destroyer, which is the woman. I repeat, God is not a father. God is the mother. At the top, it's La Notre Dame, Hathor, Dantor. God is a generator. They generate emotional energy, electromagnetic field to hold on to the cell so you can be born. Operator, they operate you from inside of the belly, feed you until they put you out after 9 months. And destroyer, they can destroy you too. After that comes the Jesuit. Why? Because the Jesuit knows the secret of the mother, education. You see, the world is already evil. I don't need to go to school to understand the dynamic of power, that the big always control and eat the small. I just have to look around me. I will see what the chicken is eating. I will see how the serpent is feeding itself, how the scorpion stay alive, how the lion. I will understand. The mother already know that the world is going to show me violence. But the mother is going to help me direct my violence. In order to do that, it's education. That's why there is a separation, and now you get the Jesuit there. Because the Jesuit and the Catholic Church are the supreme power of the world. Let me tell you. Where did you think that the CIA guys went to school? Let me know. Where did you think that the FBI guy went to school? All of them went to Christian Catholic Church. Look at it. Look at it. It's for elite training for families. The CIA went to school in the Catholic Church from the Jesuit. Where do you think that Jovenel Moïse, who got killed from Haiti, where did he get to church? He went to school in the Jesuit hand. Let me bring it further. Haile Selassie, the king, praise, big Haile Selassie, was educated by the Jesuit. That's interesting, right? Even Toussaint Louverture. Interesting, right? The first black man who ever declared every black on the planet to be free because he was the only person that canceled the 1493 papal bull that declared every man. He canceled that paper alone. Was educated by the Jesuit. Do you understand? So when the person controlling the information is controlling the power on the way down. My feet has to dance the dance I want to dance. My feet only make sure that they stay alive, but they are obeying my will. And will is vertical. And will is coming from the top. So you understand that the will of the mother is being changed by the Jesuit because they create the patriarchy. This is a patriarchy. The mother is a matriarchy. They control every side of society. Or your president were educated by the Jesuits, the newspapers, the journal. Everybody around you is educated by the Jesuit. The Knight of Malta, the King Chart. Everybody is educated by the Jesuit because the highest power there is. Because when they burn there is a reason that the Catholic Church and the people burned the Bibliothèque of Alexandria. They didn't burn the bibliothèque, they burned Alexandria itself. It was a marvel of scientific evolution. People were creating wheels, creating technology. They had to take the book, kill the people, and destroy the country. Now you call them Greek. Did you know that every European woman or man you see is named after a black woman called, not a black woman, let's call it a Jew, a Moor, a Berber, a Europa. Europa is a Negro, a Negress, a Negus, a queen, a king. Every white European, they call themselves European, it's the name of a black queen. Now, not black queen. Queen is a tricky word. Europa de Morena. Excuse me, guys, but things are getting serious. Wait. This is the more Europa. She is the queen Greek. Every European you see the name Europe, that's her name. She, and you see that in the picture, she has the essence of a queen. Feel the energy, the radiant energy coming out of her. Just like the queen bee, you feel the energy of her queenness, of her highness. See? Every white or pale-skinned European you see these days is named after this woman. Europa. This is her name on the screen. Europa. That's interesting, right? So this is where you have to understand. You are a pile of energy that need to be harvested. And when we converge that energy, there are things that's gonna happen. There are things that's gonna happen. You will see that 1791 was the year of the rise of the Moors, but nobody's gonna tell you that. You're gonna see that the United States gonna have a Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights is gonna be a bill declaring a human right. Now, when you go in the same year in Haiti, at the time, you're gonna see that there is the same Bill of Rights being declared here. That's the original Bill of Rights. You see, there's many ways to sign a contract. If you leave your house, means you're separated. If you sign a paper, it's just the official separation. Now, you have to understand that meeting. That meeting made a lot of noise. And when I research history, There were spies on that meeting. If you research history, you're going to see in 1791, that was the most important event in the world, was in Haiti. Again, that meeting, we had spies who knew what we did and put it on paper and claiming it as their own. Would they have spying on us back then? So imagine now. That meeting is called the meeting of Bois, Kai, Mambo Inan. This is what they show you. This is a lie. This is a straight lie. You see, this is also a lie. You are tricked into eating swine today, which is Jesus. Did you know that's what Jesus means? Pig? Make your research. It means pig wine. Make your research. We wouldn't eat Jesus, nor sacrifice Jesus. But I have to tell you, something and someone was sacrificed. I have to tell you, and I made my research, something and someone was sacrificed. Something and someone was sacrificed, but it was not a pig. There was no pig beating us. There was no pig stealing our land. There was no pig taking the baby from the feet and use the head to bash it against the wall for the mother to see. It wasn't no pig fucking a man in the ass and making all the women watch. Come on, who's the pig? The women was so destroyed, they became the soldiers, and they elevate the status of the Celine. You see, you cannot be a man if a woman doesn't allow you to be. That's why Ator is dangerous. Dantor. You will see the symbol of Dantor on all the high knots of Malta and the Vatican. They follow the star of Ator. Ator is intelligence. They have to know everything. Ator realized that she needs to send a message to the heart. So Ator, she become really devilish because she was put in condition to be devil. So they conspire. They ate and kill a generation of these people. They stole their babies. They stole their air. That's why till this day they are afraid to be close to you. And that's you know what's happening when you take the hair of someone, just like they take the hair of you. They were bashing her baby's head, killing her hair. They conspire and get inside of the home of the conspirator. And when the revolution started, there was no baby on the bed. And that's the truth. That's where they started to be scared. Because they have no heir. So they're going to be in the fight. The next generation, they're going to be fighting amongst them, transferring asset, because the mother knew. And also, Ator gives us special powers. Guys, we have special powers. Go on TikTok. For instance, I would want the energy, even though the window is open, even though the fan is open, I would want the energy to be warmer to my liking. I would want the temperature that I'm breathing right now, the nether, efficiently get warmer and keeps me warm to my liking. I don't know about you, but my temperature just got warmer. Of course, it's your joke. You feel warmer too. These are powers only a Thor can give. Now, when the colonizer fucked that man in the ass, destroyed that man, how Ator was able to raise the spirit of that man to become a soldier to fight again. That practice till this day is getting old. That's why the Jamaican are talking a lot right now, but they didn't do it. Everybody know what it is. It's called buck breaking. You bring the woman and you bring the mistress, the woman of the slave, the master, and for everybody to see. If the master wanna violate a little girl, the big boys has the tendency on looking around and try to change things. So the master got you whoop, violating your right, and then holding you and have sex with you for a lot of people to see, looking you into your eyes, for your mother, for your woman to see. And then take your mother and take your woman in front of you. It's called buck breaking. It is well known. And you see the chain? The same chain that was violating you right now, the LBGT chain. All right, it'll make sense. And here it is. The master wants to effeminize you. So when he wants a woman, he doesn't want you to act like a man. So I have to break your spirit. I have to know you to fuck you in the ass. To destroy your manhood. I have to know your mother. What does your mother told you? And from back then, they have the secret of the moral. You will realize that they have no moral. You are the only person struggling with the moral. You have, I don't know why, you have the right to be moral. You have shame. You feel disgrace. If you look around, you will realize that you are the only one with a moral. It's because that's a behavior that it's in you and nobody else. For the kids to see. That's how they establish their authority. Until this day, they know that. If you want to make a man run, all you have to do is just get naked. A man is afraid of another man's dick. Come on. And the same techniques are here today. You will hear it there. You will hear it there from society. Until this day, you see that in order for you to grow, see, the women are watching and the master is right there. That's why the Jamaican hate the Asian, because we don't say boom bye bye in a batsy boy head. The Asian was the only person that puts an hand into it. The Asian is the only person that puts a hand into it. But we don't talk about it. But they keep all the glory and they act like they are the first one doing things and that. And that's the whole picture. You see? And another man is watching. That man could not fight. Could not defend himself. He become a woman. He's in shame. He's running. He cannot look a woman in the eye because he got fucked. Now how she managed to turn that man into this? She alone can do this. Of course, you're going to have some natural men born with that energy like Makandal, Toussaint, because these men were born free. They were born with the free will. That is why when you were born, the doctor want to be in between you and your mother acting like they're checking if something is right. It's a lie. They're just breaking the bond between mother and son. It's a lie. C'est où nous t'attendons. Nous t'attendons où devine la journée aujourd'hui. We were waiting for you to get that maturity. To understand that we are not human, me and you. And Mungi Fesa, the person that does that, the person knows that we are the Elohim. The person knows things. They know the original Jew. They know the Elohim. The person knows who we are. They know that we are the giants. When we are now right, when we know, when we speak, we become the giants from Atlantis. The giants are recorded in history. There's always giant everywhere. Everywhere there's a giant. If I tell you that you are a giant, all you have to do is just have to awake in your avatar. The Elohim were energy. I'm going to show you. The Elohim are Amexem, Atlantis Islanders. The Elohim are here. West Amexem. See that? This is where Haiti is. And this is East Amexem, the part called Europa. East Amexem, this is Europe and Africa, right? Inverted, of course. But Amexem Atlantis Island, now today called Caribbean. And who did call it Caribbean? The same person that changes the Sabbath, the 7th day, the G of the Moors, and the money of the Asian, the G, the Sabbath, change it to Sunday. The same person allow himself to change your name. When you realize now the Asian now are the Atlantean, so you will realize that the Atlantean are a special group of people. The Atlantean were able, they tell you that the Atlantean is underwater. Someone is lying to you. You see, the Atlantean were able to govern. The Atlantean rule over 4 elements. Remember, Ator star is 4 elements. The Atlantean were able to rule over the 4 elements. Do you see where they're telling you Atlantis is? Ah, they right, really? It's like they don't understand. Wow. Do you see where they put Atlantis? They want to make you believe this is where Atlantis is, but this is where Atlantis is. Now, how do you know what Atlantis? They call it Lemuria, and they're telling you that it's underwater right now. They call it Atlantis. Interesting. Interesting. But I'm going to show you. When you are in Atlantis, you have to have power over the 4 elements. If you are an Atlantean, you have to be born, I repeat, you have to be born with the power over the 4 elements. You see, in Haiti, people can make it rain. Literally make it rain. It's a science that I've witnessed where people can stop the rain or make it rain. And I believe by now you've seen people drying rivers. You've seen things around, right? So how do you know? Because you are made of the fourth element. And Christophe even has a constitution where he declares on the first act that you have supreme authority, so as declared by the mother. Now, have you ever tried to see which power you have over the element? Why the Asians use fire to walk upon? Because fire is a kingdom, not an element. It's a kingdom with energy, with spirit that works in the realm of fire. And fire can be invoked. And you see it in the Lord of the Rings. He goes in hell and asks the army of the dead to follow him. And the army of the dead say, we follow no one. But the army of the dead has a contract with a king that helps them. So they have to pledge allegiance to that contract. That son was the heir of that contract. So he commended the dead. Interesting. When you move your 7 chakra, this is the 4 kingdom that you need to be initiated with. Water is emotion. This is the well of the woman. This is the secret realm. This is the beginning and the end. That's why they call him the traveler, the one who crosses the water. There is no joke. You have to understand these energies are not enemies. Fire, earth, air, water. They're not enemies. They are just energies. And our ancestors knew how to move them and how to magnetize them. Our ancestors used them in war. Our ancestors used them in war. And they are being used till this day. When you go into a place, before entering in that building, before getting to that class, before meeting that person, there is no bad news, nobody's gonna die. And suddenly you felt different. You feel like there is something around, but you're not used to practice awareness, but you don't know what it is. But you feel different. You feel a different presence. But people are going to make you believe that you are the wrong one. You are the one with the bad spirit. But in fact, you are indeed entering in the realm of a demon. But they will hide the demon. If you don't have the third eye, they're going to make conspiracy. They're going to sell them brothers and sisters in the same covenant as you, that you are crazy. You see? I see you. And I can tell you on my journey, when you can feel things and not being giving proof of them, people, they're going to label you crazy. I play the game. But the only difference now, I can see you. And I have no problem being called crazy, because now I can show and make everybody on the audience feel when you're around. Do you feel the present, ladies and gents? Do you feel the intention in the night? I want you to take the time to let me know if you feel the intention right here. That intention was not here before. What are you doing here? Do we have a contract? Please present that contract to me. If we have a contract, please provide that contract to me. And I want to know your status in that contract, because my status is what is important for me. What are you doing here? Because demons never turn good. They are not bad, but never turn good. What is it you're doing here? Let me not make any judgment. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes. Thank you for the respect. I appreciate that. Now, imagine that you are being able to see people, not with the eyes, but to see them in a different way. To be able to see their covenant, their true nature. To be able to sense people by literally activating your third eye. Did you know that you are the founder of their destiny? Of your destiny? You can get a business audit here if you want to have your business audited. You see, you can have your business audited right here. So check about it. Let's talk. If you need software for your business, I can help you. But if you want to speak business also, tag 9. If you want to speak business, but if you want to speak your soul, you know, activate your third eye, I'm your guy. I believe I can possibly help you. If you want to activate your third eye, I believe I am the person that can work with you because this is what I do. You see, I am Fenner. Let me bring it back for you. In America, you have to prove what you do with your worth, and you have to prove it, properly. Let me get to something better. Let me check. I'm gonna see if I can find a proper presentation for you guys. Because you deserve but the best from me, right? I believe we are in. And yes, this is it. I love to have it. So I'm going to present to you the 5 steps. And I'm going to present to you the 5 steps for you to the 5 steps from moral and emotional. 5 steps from emotional depression to dream life manifestation. Did you know that I can help you, and I've been helping people for a while activating their chakras? For instance, let me show you the latest review that we have right now. Let me show you the latest review. That's the latest review. Let me go on Google. And we're going to go to review, and then we're going to click on review. And then we're going to click on the newest. You see, this is a day ago. Yesterday, I had an interesting meditation experience. I felt enlightened. This is not a kid talking. It's not a little boy talking. It's someone expressing exactly what they feel. This is the latest one. He said he felt enlightened. And he says, I value your service and I would recommend it. And I'm not even on the comment. So, just to, get you in the game, I have discovered a neuromagnetic meditation that works. Now, before I start any further, I always say, hey, who is this for? Would you believe that it's something that is done for you? Would you be interested in activate your third eye? Some people want to remain blind. It's about you. Who is this for? This is for male and female professional who makes a living in their expertise with their knowledge. Means you're using your mind and your brain a lot. Or feeling stuck or depressed, whether you had it for years, because some people of you, between you, have been depressed for years. You know, you have an uncle that violates you, you have to keep it secret. Every child that has to live with a secret is a prisoner's life. Whether you have it now, you're just new to the depression family, I got you. Now, who is this for? If you are a coach, you are a coach, you are a father, you are educating your son, you are a coach, you are a mother, you are influencing people, whether you want to have a small influence. Again, only fear. Not having money is weakness. Being in fear is weakness. You have to accept it. You have to love power, not hating it. So you need influence. Your influence is important. If you are a leader, you are leading yourself, your life. If you're a psychic, someone that has, this one is for you too. If you're dealing with your energy, working with your energy. If you're an artist, a writer, someone making decision, religious leader, opening your third eye is really beneficial to you. You become magnetic. If you're a scientist, an engineer of tomorrow, a seeker, a caller, this is also for you. And the program is called to master the dream of you. Now, behind the recording session, I want the energy to rise up because I sense the presence of antimatter. I sense the presence of an energy with no contract here. So I would want that energy to stand by, to remain behind our egregore eternally. Do you see how powerful knowledge is? Now, it says in 45 minutes, but literally it's at 30 minutes. I'm going to show you, it's 20 minutes really, and then we talk for 5-10 minutes. I'm going to show you how you can overcome anxiety, depression, emotional distress, and become the best version of you. Look at me. I've been lied to by women. Some of them try to get me in child support. Some of them want to put me in debt by putting a house on my name without my knowledge, and suddenly want to divorce because if I divorce, the house is going to be on my name and all the charges going to be on me. And she get the equity of the house now. Like, it's literally theft. I knew that from the beginning, but I didn't have choice. And I take it as a lesson. So I will show you how to reconnect. I am someone that pretty destroyed, mother assassinated, father assassinated. And I'm the proof that if you don't stand for yourself, it doesn't matter you are good or you are innocent, people will fuck you up. I didn't do any of these women any wrong. I just stand for myself. But they do anything they could do for destroying me. Because they never had any popularity, any name, any self-respect. They never had any. But it's impossible, right? So I've been through a lot, and I'm still going through a lot to the point I can walk into fire. So while we're enforcing the contract, and this is what I'm telling you today, this is the only thing I can promise you. I can promise you in less than 20 minutes, we can activate your heart chakra and your crown chakra and both reactivate your third eye. You will have the first experience in your life where you will realize that you and God are the same. 5-step, we're going to show you how to activate your third eye. And a lot of you are worrying to be a failure in your life. This is for you. You feel low every day. You hate your job. You wake up like a failure. You have no dream, no drive, no ambition. You want to make move, but you don't know what to do. You are stuck. Do you feel that there is an invisible ceiling holding you in? Remember, I know all the game. I know that you want to make move. You are scared. You don't know what to do. Nobody to trust. And then you are at your lowest. You hate your job. This is dying. Now, the big question is, what is you going to do? Because a lot of people are depressed. I could have stayed in that relationship and then swallow my pride and be a bitch-ass nigga and then being used, being afraid all my life and pretending that I am who I am. I chose to leave the house because I was threatened. If I don't move the house, they're going to get me arrested because they tell me the plot and the plot is going to work. There's no camera in. The plot is going to work. I understood that I had to live. And I could stay in that situation and be miserable today. But I took the decision. You see, when you take the decision, there is a lot of fear. I didn't know where to go. I could be homeless. I didn't have nowhere to go, nobody to count on. I didn't have no plan because I'm the type of guys that worry about one thing at a time. I'm a man. I'm a sequential mind. But I had to make the jump, and I've been through things. But I can tell you on the long term what will happen because it happened to me. When you see my pictures looking good and big, I was type 2 diabetes because the life that I was having, it wasn't not the life that I was supposed to have. How do you know the end result is going to be shame and resilience? Yes. Every time you hear the music that you love to do, but you stop your career, is going to give you pain. Every time you stop your business and you stay at your job and you hear your friends succeeding after 3 years of holding on, you're going to feel shame. Stories around you are going to be painful. You're going to be shame and resilience and dying on a couch. You will be trapped in depression. You will be, and when you are in depression, you're having addiction. Addiction is the first stage of depression. You will be victim of addiction. It's either spending addiction, gambling addiction, fucking addiction. You will have one of them because you have an imbalance that need to be prepared. You see, the chakra is your emotional balance. Nothing else. Everyone before you on that path end up suicidal, cholesterol, diabetes, because on the imbalanced life of not eating right, drugging, sexing, and doing extra stuff to forget that pain inside of you. You taking other habits. These habits will eventually kill you. Now, I am advising you to take a step. Now, which step to take? The step you're going to take, you have to take the step knowing that you will die in combat. Do you know how a lion dies? Everybody knows the lion. Everybody knows the lion for being strong, being the king. But do you know how a lion dies, though? Because if you know how a lion dies, you will never want to be a lion. A lion has to be eaten by the next generation who will defeat him. Until undefeated, the lion will remain the king. He will rule. But I need to bring you from where you are to here. It is easy, but are you ready? Because if you're ready to take this step, this is who you're going to become. You're going to become fearless. Fearless doesn't mean not having fear. Fearless means digesting fear better. Fear is your environment. You deal with it all the time, so you build trainings, you build your nerves, you sharpen your nerves. Now you will see opportunity where everywhere you once felt limits. Now, if you believe that you want to move further, well, let's go. A reminder that everything that you've been using and feeling before, they are not the real problem. They are a reflection. They are the effect of the real problem. The real problem is you are supposed to make a shift. Every 7 years, you make a shift. The first 7 years in your life, you made a shift to become something else. You educate your body. The second 7 years, you educate your soul. This is where you develop sexual organ, and also you develop strong emotional bond, love bond, magnetic bond. The third 7 years, and you got the idea. So there are shifts that you are not aware, that you are not aware of taking. But I have to tell you, once you take the shift, I will change your life forever, my friend. Just like when you meet Jesus, you're not the same. Remember, the Bible says when the body is full of light, the eye is one. In Apocalypse, when your body is full of light, the eye is one. You will be able to identify and choose your circle. You don't know where to choose your friend. You seek friend by being friendly face. Your friend is a stranger, sometimes your enemy. You're getting used to them. You choose your circle. You surround yourself with like-minded people, and you'll be able to be in confidence at all times. Identify and follow your group and purpose, and you'll be able to execute well-calculated plan, taking executive decision of your behalf. You'll be surprised what you can do. You'll be surprised. You'll be hearing yourself talking about buying a building when everybody believes that you have no money, and you clearly see the money piling up. You will see money everywhere. Money is credit. Credit is debit. Debit is credit. Credit is tax. Tax is free. Free is deduction. When you know knowledge, you will be able to fulfill your wildest dream. You will be able to enjoy life in the window. Do you know sometimes you going out and then you really feel like a baby. You feel like you can enjoy yourself. Or a relationship, you can be vulnerable. This is what's going to happen. And to do that, you need to be around people that feel the same. You cannot feel jealousy. When jealousy comes to you in a form, and sometimes people can project jealousy. You see, sometimes your action can be understood as jealous. But you will have a different message. What is it that you need to do? What is it your dream is? To the point you will be numb to the bullshit. Now, for those who have taken the journey, this is the full class. I have to tell you, it's $10,000, $10,000 to monitor you personally. But I created a small program where people can use session. The first step is honesty. The second step is acceptance. The third step is secret weapon, which is my techniques. There is many techniques out there. You can be Christian, Poland, Buddha, I don't know. I have perfected my own techniques. After that, you follow your intuition. Because I don't want to be your master, neither your guru. I want to be your brother. And you invest in a coach. Honestly, I've been using that exercise for a long time. Even the CIA, the FBI knows that the brain shift when you move to honesty and then to dishonesty, there's a shift. But when it is affirmative, there is acceptance by the brain, and the brain sends the message to the cerebellum, and it becomes a recorded behavior. The secret weapon is just a knowledge that I have. I am able to teach you in 20 minutes, how to activate your light chakra at will. And it's not a new school. This is one of the students right there. She resisted the program for 1 or 2 years, and now she has a business, and she's a different person. And all this is her prowess. She's selling a product everywhere. Follow your intuition, because me, I have to show you the door to the kingdom of God. But once I show you the door, you have to get in. Your intuition, you will be need to follow your intuition, because when you don't follow your intuition, means you're not on your right mind. Anxiety, jealousy is a mindset. And when you feel overwhelmed, that's what people want. You burning in place. You need to be feeling cool, breezy. And you need to invest in a coach. You need someone to guide you. Someone that can show you the rope and to make your transformation. Here's another person. Marilyn, another case study. She was lost with a lot of pain and memory. And hey, listen, within a few weeks, she becomes a warrior. She was always that person, but she is something more. To sum it up, I have the best program. You can be a genius in no time. And that's what I promise you today. If you are into your third eye, you see that. I'm talking about things I love. I'm no genius. I'm no historian. I'm just speaking about things I love. I excessively follow what I love, and then I put everything I love in order and use it as marketing. I'm talking about history. I'm passionate about it. Nobody has to run after me and say, hey, go study your history. It is fun. I only follow what's fun. And I make everything fun. The painful, the anger, the lack, the misery, the necessity. I make it fun. And that's what I can promise. That's what I can offer. And who I am? Yes, I am Fanner. At that time, I looked good for a lot of person because I was in a marriage. No, I was stage 2 diabetes. I was dying. You see, sometimes there is a number 8. There is a place that we need to separate you from the other. So you have to choose. Are you going to free yourself and jail the world? Or are you going to free the world and jail yourself? You decide. I am Fenner Pierre Gilles, and I've been dealing with that for a long time in my life. And all you need is a 5-step. You need to learn the magnetic virtue of practicing honesty. If you're a true spiritual person, you have to understand not everybody around you tells the truth of every 5 words. And there is truth by omission. Sometimes by the behavior or the using a word, you can misplace a word, but the intention was to be true. Most of the time, these persons are going to correct themselves to adjust let the record show. But some people doesn't understand that there is something listening. I let the record show that I can show you how to open and activate your chakra in 5 steps. And I'm giving you my steps. And I'm proud of myself because I didn't study the FBI document. The FBI had published, the FBI, the CIA has a paper, has to do these things. But they are more likely, I believe, teaching people how to become a weapon. It's not fun. I love fun. I see what they're about to do, training people to remote viewing. I don't claim that I know how to do that right now, since I can do it. Because when you have the third eye chakra, one thing you understand is there's no limit, you know. But it's because it's not fun to me. That wasn't my purpose. My purpose was to be the doctor that can heal the root cause of the disease instead of giving someone else a bandage. I'm a liar. I need to be a doctor that can be at will, sitting at home, speaking with you, the client, and actually clean your head. Activate your crown chakra to the point that your head is started to clean. Activate and balancing your neuron. And remotely, it's like you order a sandwich and you feel the activity into your brain. You feel the top of your brain is getting clean. There is, the middle path. You feel energy is being flowing. You're feeling things right now, sitting right next to me. Now you have a choice. Right now, you feel me right now in your body, like right now. You feel there's an energy, there's a cleansing's being done, there's an operation. There is a cleansing. And I can do that remotely, at will. By just cleaning myself. So the theory is true, hurting you is hurting myself. And it's a lie. The chakra is not meant for a weapon. People want to transit and move it as a weapon, but it's not made to be a weapon. It's a healing thing. By the way, the only way you access it, you only access it with the words of truth. You have to be truly honest. You cannot lie. If you go with anger, you're going to get power. There's power at any level. But the more honest and the more loving you are, the higher the power are. So the path to the real power, you have to be pure. So God is smart. People with low energy will only access low power because that's the design. People with high energy can only, and you cannot betray yourself. Some people have tried. So now you have a choice. How can I help you? You go on www.tag99c.com. And you feel it right now in your entire body. You feel that you're being cleansed. You feel like you're being cleansed, exposed under the light. You feel like the top of your head is like someone is putting their hands in the top of your head and then get into your soul and just get things out. Cleanse you. You can feel like there's a lot of things right now. So you can go on the website and remember, whatever your challenge is, we overcome it before. We've seen, kids with depression that don't want to go to school, don't want to learn, killing their mothers with pain because of the broken heart of a bad relationship. And I've seen these kids standing up and waking straight to the destiny. The little girl said, "Mom, where is my tools?" Mom said, "For what?" He said, "I'm going to play tennis today." She was depressed.